Hey up troops, hey Littleton here again with another video, and make sure you sat down, hold on to your socks, because there's some big news to some popular operators in the mid-season patch. We're in where are we? Near the end of January, Year 9, Season 4, halfway through, nearly in Year 10 in Siege, which is a bit mad, but there's some mad news. Now, I've seen two big bits of news that are in here, but I haven't read the rest. I scrolled through it before, just looking at the headlines, and I looked at two big things concerning two very popular operators. Before we get to that, let's have a quick look at the win deltas. I'm not going to spend too long on these because they're getting quite similar now, which is a good thing. I'll always say this. Ubisoft, ideally, if the game was completely balanced, would like as many operators in this bunch here as possible. That means all operators are getting played evenly, like no one getting played loads. Obviously, Ash is way out there, Ace is way out there, Buck way out there. And also, you don't want to see too many operators way back down here in the bottom left. Sense is there at the minute. I'm not sure why, because they're much better this season. Whether people are just sort of learning how to play them or not, I don't know. But that's the attacker operator present, so you can see that almost every round is going to have an Ash, an Ace, and a Buck, which is fair enough, because they're like the three best operators at what they do. Entry, hard breach, and soft breach. It's almost the best at what they do. So, sorry, my PC's flicking on the other screen, I think we're okay. Then we've got the defender win delta, Doc up there, like, grow up. Get rid of Doc's ACOG. I hope that's in here. So you've got overpicked 2 strong up here, overpicked 2 weak down here, which is never going to be a thing. You're never going to have something that's overpicked and 2 weak, because if it's 2 weak, no one's picking it. Kapkan high up, Azami low down, which I'm really surprised at, but you can see Bandit, Mute, Vigil there, but we all know why Vigil's there. Then we've got Valkyrie, Lesion, and Doc. Literally just Doc, people playing Doc for the ACOG, but Lesion is obviously a standout performer there. Right, ban rates for PC. Blackbeard is the highest ban rate, which is insane, because I really don't think he's that strong. He's strong, he's annoying, but he's beatable. I would much rather ban Doka be first. And then defense-wise, and the Zami's way down. Wow, I am surprised that they've gone platinum and above. I'm pretty sure in the last patch notes it was emerald and above, I think. But anyway, Fenrir, Mirror, Vigil, Clash. Again, Vigil, just because no one wants to play against the Boss G. But anyway, if you don't know if you can see if my head's in the way, operator balancing, first one on the list. It's Buckaroo. All right, then. And I'll tell you what, I agree with the 2 changes I've seen so far as well. I'm trying not... I want to put the text in the middle of the screen because it's much easier to watch that way, but I also don't want to reveal the next thing yet. While hard breach charges are useful for opening a couple of reinforcements, Buck's primary role is soft breaching. But I agree. This role is almost always needed, and the hard breach charging him too much flexibility. I also agree. Making him a one-man army in many situations. By removing them, we aim to encourage more cooperation among team members. Additionally, equipping Buck with claymores can enhance his utility. Instead of taking on multiple roles, he can focus on his primary job more safely. I completely agree with this, and I'll tell you why in a second. Buck can secure key entry points and prevent roamers from sneaking up on him or his team. We all know what claymores do. It allows him to maintain control over the map, ensuring enemies are either killed, deterred, or forced to reveal their positions if they attempt to flank. It just, the last 2 sentences there is like word salad. Basically, your main problem with Buck when you're doing vertical is getting flanked. And I do agree that Buck is the best at soft breach. Therefore, should he also be able to hard breach? So essentially what you can do at the minute with Buck is if you're attacking, let's say, consulate basements or clubhouse basements, you need to open a hatch and you need to do some soft breach. Well, you can just take Buck. He goes into piano, he can open all the vert that he needs, and he can also bring hard breach charges for the hatch. In Siege, that's not what we want, really. You want to sort of encourage team play. I know a lot of people are like, well, my solo queue teammates are crap. But the game on paper should be played like that. You should have to think, well, I need soft breach, so we take Buck. I need to open that hatch, so we better take someone with hard breach. Rather than going, right, well, Buck has this, and this. Because you used to have a Gon 6 as well, if you remember. Buck was insane. So I do agree with that. And I also think claymores will actually help Buck. Because the worst thing when you're playing vertical with Buck is getting flanked. So now you can watch your own flanks a little bit with claymores. Don't get me wrong, claymores aren't a guaranteed flank watch, but they do some good to preventing the flank. So, Buck, losing hard breach charges, gaining claymores. Good change. Next, Kapkan. I haven't read this yet. I'll give you a clue. The next operator I've seen in the news to is Sledge. I haven't read this, so I know about Buck and I know about Sledge. I don't know about Kapkan. We've decided to replace Kapkan's Nitro cell with barbed wire to reduce his killing potential. ZDDs are already enough explosive and are quite effective. The barbed wire will enhance... I hate all this nonsense here. To disturb attackers' progress throughout the map. Yeah, I suppose they've got a right here. They can't just go like, bang, this is happening, bang, this is happening. I suppose they have to sort of justify why. But I completely agree. I also think Kapkan shouldn't add a C4. Having impact is enough. having C4 as well is too much. Wait, did Kapkan lose his impact? I feel like he did. Did Kapkan lose his impact? I'm just going to go on the other screen very quickly and have a look. Kapkan Siege. Ubisoft. Did he lose? I'm sure he lost his impact. Yeah, bulletproof camera and nitro cell at the minute. So that nitro cell's going, and it's going to be barbed wire. So he's going to be able to have a bulletproof camera or barbed wire. I do agree there's too much killing potential with his 5 traps to then have a C4 as well. And there's a reason, if you look at like ban rates, he's always there. Pick rates, he's always look at his win rate, pick rate. It's so high. And if we change this to console, it'll be even better. It'll be even higher. Bear with me. This will change in just a second. Pause it on console. Yeah, it'll look even higher. And if we change the ban rates to console, speed 2x play, and then I'll pause it again there. Look at he's way out. 60% of games on console, Kapkan's banned. Anyway, so Kapkan losing C4, gaining barbed wire, good change. Lesion. Again, I only know about Book and Sledge, so I didn't know about Kapkan. Oryx is the next change. I'm such a spoiler. We believe that Lesion currently exerts too much map control. I agree. Too quickly, and a number of the mines he can deploy around the strategic placements. At present, Lesion can cover up to 5 entry points within the first minute of the action phase. This is true because of how fast you get the mines, like the cooldown period between the mines isn't very long. By adjusting the refill time, this will reduce by 1. Fewer mines will force Lesion players to take more adjustment. Adjustment will make... Sorry, I'm supposed to be reading this to you. This adjustment will... like you can't read. I'm reading this to you because you can't read. I'm more free to move. Right, fine. So, Lesion is the cooldown time between mines, I assume, is going to be longer. Base stats, max resources reduced to 8 from 9. Refill time increased to 30 from 25. So, he loses 1 total mine, and each time they refresh is an extra 5 seconds. It's a good change because Lesion was way too strong, but I do think he still will be strong. Like, it's not like, oh, Legion's ruined now. That'll still be good. Oryx, this is interesting what they're doing here. And a ram change. Stop ruining it, Andy. Previously, the recovery times used after his dash were long enough for attackers to react and potentially eliminate him. Agreed. The new timings. Okay, so his dash now will be reduced to 0.2 from 0.5. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Time after dashing. Okay, so there's a bit of difference here. Oryx can now, if you rush in general, you get a 0.2 second delay. If you rush after hitting a wall, 0.3 second delay. If you rush and hit an enemy, 0.1 second delay. All from 0.5. So that is huge. If you hit a shield player, you can now react almost instantaneously instead of having to wait half a second. That's big. Not enough, I don't think, for Oryx to all of a sudden become insane, but that is a good change in the right direction. So is Lesion, so is Kapkan, so is Book. This is a good change so far. RAM, the Boogie Auto Breacher is one of the most destructive gadgets available, capable of destroying a wide range of objects, surfaces, allowing RAM to maintain. Yes, we know this. We believe this should be a main focus, leaving more precise destruction to other soft breaches. Therefore, we decided to remove a shotgun. Yeah, agreed. But what are they replacing it with? Did she already have a pistol? You must have already had a pistol as an option, so she'll just have a pistol now. Sledge, it's the return of the king. I wish I could play some Lord of the Rings copyright music, but I'll get struck, so I can't. Sledge, the soft breach ecosystem has evolved significantly since we implemented the armor and speed reshuffle at the end of year 7. That was nearly 3 years ago. Nearly 2 years ago. With the introduction of RAM and frag grenade changes at the end of year 8, it is now time to reassess the entire ecosystem. Given the new situation, we believe that enhancing Sledge's speed will be more advantageous on his survivability, as Sledge is the only operator who needs to be in close proximity to the target surface. Increased speed will aid him in rotating quickly once his secondary utility is required elsewhere. Agreed. Book offers the most flexibility, capable of playing from bottom to top. RAM boasts the highest destruction potential with minimal risk, and Sledge stands out for his precision and reliability. Probably agree with that. We believe that the changes made to them will increase a more balanced ecosystem where each of them has his own space in the meta. Speed, 2 from 1. Health, 2 from 3. So Sledge is a 2-speed again. No SMG 11 just yet. Now, that will make Sledge usable upstairs again. And Sledge's ability to become the best vert operator, only down. Obviously, Book can go up as well, but Sledge going down as well. Book was a no-brainer because you got hard breach charges. But now, you don't get hard breach charges, but you could take 2-speed Sledge with frags. That's pretty good again for me. I think we're about to see a lot more Sledge players playing vertically down. And I'm all for it, man. Welcome back, Sledgy. Right, I haven't seen anything else from here. Weapon balancing, slug shotguns, back in your... Oh, slug... Wait, tell me the... Bosch G! Come on! Bosch G nerf, tell me. Imagine it was buffed. The Bosch G was one of the exceptions cleared. Wait, when we normalize the damage drop-off on every weapon to match its weapon class, right, okay, yeah. As a result, its damage drop-off changed from starting at 10 to 25 and ending at 18 to 35. For some time now in the live servers, we believe the slug shotgun class is not performing as intended. Our initial goal was to create something between a shotgun and a DMR, but data showed, yeah, they're basically just DMRs, yeah. Therefore, we decided to adjust their damage drop-off again to align more closely with regular shotguns. This adjustment will, yeah, okay, so what is the adjustment? So, this also goes for the ACS-12 as well, which is really good. Oh, whoa, and the 44 Vendetta, bear in mind that's Deimos is gone. Okay. Only applied the destruction change because it uses the same caliber, but the damage configuration is unchanged. Okay, so Deimos' damage is not affected, but the destruction he does to walls is. So, damage drop-off start is reduced to 15 meters from 25. Damage drop-off end reduced to 25 meters from 35. Good. Damage at maximum range reduced to 60% from 70. Destruction range reduced. Okay, good. So, I did a video a while back about the Bosch G. I say a while back, it was like 2 months ago, saying how much of a shambles it was at the minute, because you could, as long as you hit someone from the waist in the sort of center mass, or the head's obviously one shot, but if you hit someone from the waist up to the neck, not basically anywhere but the limbs or the head, so it's just center mass, you would down a 1 speed 3 health operator from 25 meters or less. So you could see Gridlock at the door on bank, and you could shoot her from bottom spiral stairs, or not bottom banana stairs, sorry, and you could down her in one shot. That's not right in this game, and that has now changed. So you'll be able to down them from 15 meters, which is a much better distance, because the danger with the Bosch G obviously is it only has 2 shots. So if you miss your shot or 2 shots, you're done. And the beauty of it was you could be so far away and not really risk getting shot back, because you'd be 25 meters away, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in Siege, 25 meters is a long way. I'd love to know what the average gunfight is in Siege. I bet you're at about 10 meters, 12 meters maybe. So it also affects the tcsg, the Bosch. The ACS, I agree, that was just an automatic DMR, and the Bosch G, obviously we know about that. The tcsg, I think that was that much of a problem, if I'm honest with you. G36. During Euro Season 4, the G36 became one of the attacker weapons with a higher KD ratio. At the time, we increased its recoil, yeah, and it was hard to use, which significantly impacted its popularity. Currently, Iona chooses it approximately 40% of the rounds, while Ash uses it at only 2%. Wow. Wow. We are proposing a new recoil adjustment to make the weapon more appealing while maintaining its killing performance. The new recoil set will be a middle ground between what it was and what it is now. So, vertical and horizontal recoil reduced on the G36. Wait, tcsg, why is that mentioned again? The weapon has been performing very well since the last changes. However, the new tweak to slug shotgun class might cause it to underperform. I was concerned about this. To compensate for this, we're increasing its base damage. Okay. Okay, so base damage on the tcsg has gone up to 75. But where this is going to... Okay, so this is like sort of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. No, 2 steps back, 1 step forward. So they're reducing the damage drop-off range for all the slug shotguns, but because they don't want the tcsg to be useless, they're increasing the damage. So if you look at how that works out, the tcsg will remain unchanged because the damage is going to go up, which will benefit it, I think. But yeah, that's a hell of a mid-season patch, folks. Hell of a mid-season patch. I don't think there's any change in there I disagree with. I think I'd maybe make Lesion make the nerf, nerf him more, maybe. So Buck loses hard breaches, gains claymores. Kapkan loses C4, gets barbed wire. Lesion loses 1 total goo mine, and his time to refresh, the cooldown time, goes to 30 seconds from 25. Oryx can get his gun out faster after dashing, super fast after hitting an enemy, and quite fast after just dashing in general. It's not massive, it's still quicker, but after you go through a wall, which I probably agree with because you're going to be a bit dazed. RAM loses the shotgun. I didn't speak about this much, but I do agree with that as well. Like the amount of soft destruction you get with RAM, and then all of a sudden you can use a shotgun as well. I agree with that. Sledge is back, baby. I'm going to be... Wait, when does this come into play? It's normally like the next day or the day after. I was going to say I'm going to be playing Sledge tonight, but... you know what? I'll play Sledge tonight. Streaming, twitch.tv/ALittleton. That's where you can get your charm, baby. Slug shotguns, massive changes. The ACS isn't used that much, and that's because Alibi, Maestro, and Azami both have really good other options. Otherwise, the ACS would be used loads as well. Even though the tcsg is affected with the damage drop-off, it's counteracted by the recoil. By the damage... initial damage going up. G36 recoil reduced, so that's going to be usable again. Wow, what a patch. That is pretty good. I don't think there's anything I disagree with. I don't want to sound like an absolute like Ubi fanboy, but I don't disagree with any of those changes. Buck especially. I mean, it's a little bit annoying because I play a lot of Buck. He's probably my most played, second, third most played operator in attack this season, but I play him because I can do the soft breach and the hard breach, and now I'm going to have to organise when they stack a little bit to say, look, we're going to need hard breach charges as well, can you come with me? But there's plenty of good operators with hard breach charges as well, or you could just take a banner for the hatches, or you could take Ying or Grim. Loads of options. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. It's Monday. We normally do solo queue Monday because we've got a patch today or a patch notes today. Solo queue Monday will be delayed. Probably come out Tuesday, Wednesday. There still will be a solo queue game this week, but it'll come out Tuesday, Wednesday. So yeah, looking forward to this. It doesn't say it'll come with the Year 9 Season 4.2 update, but it doesn't say when that's going to be. Okay, cool. I really like the style of that holiday pack, but there you go. There we have it. Year 9 Season 4.2. I don't know if you saw on Twitter. Twitter link below if you want to follow me. Thank you. I've got invited to SI again by Ubisoft. Unbelievable honor that I get to be in a position where I make videos in my house and Ubisoft take me to places around the world. It'll likely be my last event for a while, though. I've got some quite important... I don't do this full time, so I have a real life job as well, and that's going to be pretty mad this year. And also the kids, I've got 2 kids, if you don't know, and they're 1 and 3, so they're growing up a little bit. So last year I went to every event, and I spent quite a bit of time away doing Ubisoft and Siege breaks, holidays, events, whatever you want to call them. I've got to spend more time with them this year, and I've also got a lot of things on with work. So I'm going to go to Boston to SI. It's going to be insane, hopefully. It's got to be insane. And then whatever event is in, usually May and November, might not get to them. But if you're at SI, let me know. And we'll go for a pint. But that'll do for the mid-season patch. I'm excited, man. Some really good changes there. And I'm looking forward to see how it plays out in-game. I'll see you on the server. Such a cheesy thing to say, isn't it? See you on the server. I'll see you out there on the battlefield. Thanks for watching. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Don't forget, you like, comment, subscribe, and all that sort of good stuff that helps. If you don't know what to comment, we've got some tweezers here. You can't hear them through the microphone, but tweezers. If you want to comment something about Siege, comment something about Siege. If you don't know what to comment, just put some tweezers if you got this far in the video. I've got a charm somehow in the game. If you want to get that, go on to Twitch. Subscribe on Twitch. Same name as on YouTube. You can use Twitch Prime. You only got to do it once, and it's on your account forever. But just watching the video is massively appreciated as well. So yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!